Oh, we're loading up for the big run to Masset tomorrow. Leaving from good old Chilliwack, ending in good old Masset. We're gonna film it along the way, check out some of the little towns, see what there is to see. Got the old Wrangler all loaded up, just waiting on me bro, and we're gonna peace. Come along for the ride, should be pretty cool. Uh-oh. Of course I will miss some of the drama with the Strata. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna try and get her around here. She's filming people without them. There she goes. She's going back in now. I don't know if you can see her there. She's holding the phone up, walking back in, and guy across the way seems like a nice enough guy. Just dropped the N-bomb. It's pretty cool. Not sure what it was about, but he didn't seem to have a problem dropping it. I will miss it. Starting the trip.
Thank you.
This morning we rolled out of
The Mighty Whack.
the old hometown, the Mighty Whack. I'm gonna take you on a magical
Awesome.
tour.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we got a lot to drink here. So we got straws in there.
Yes, we do.
Lovely. Take you on a magical journey. You might want that. The brother's on the wheel.
Uh-huh.
There he is. What do you got this morning in there?
In here?
Yeah.
CAO MX2.
Through the Fraser Canyon and up into northern British Columbia.
Start with the.
We're starting with Hope, BC. There it is. Hope's claim to fame is, of course, the town that Sylvester Stallone tried to leave, and shit went bad.
Brian Dennehy.
For Brian Dennehy, yeah, you're gonna have to do the thing. So this is the town here that this is the street. That's the street, Wallace Street. That's the street that's Stallone fucked up. And yeah, that's about it that you can say about Hope. It's got a bridge. Lots of people are trying to get out of Hope, for sure.
Most of them made it.
Most of them made it out. Dale didn't. Currently just leaving Hope and about an hour east of our starting point, the birthplace of the legendary 80s supergroup Chilliwack. You might remember their hits. Spike to connect the two halves of the country for the CN rail to make the longest, at the time, the longest railway in the world. Now it happens to be a location of a traffic light that allows you to go across a Bailey Bridge, because the bridge they were trying to fix got wiped out during the floods in November last year. We'll sit here while no one comes the other way.
In a town that has never had a traffic light as far as I can ever remember.
Yeah, this is the first traffic light that Yale has ever had. Generator-powered temporary traffic light. Yeah, so this will go green. Sometime. Way to go, Yale. Yale also had a Smitty's Pancake House. Remember?
Yes, it did.
Had the Smitty's.
Now the Smitty's is the site of the world's longest flea market. Ongoing flea market, usually. Junk sale. It used to be anyway.
Longest, not the physically longest, just from a time standpoint, the longest continually run shirt for sale on the side of the road.
Yeah.
There's a little hotel over there. What's that called? That's Moffat's. Moffat's has vacancy.
Windows are boarded up.
I got my windshield replaced, and 4 days later this happened. Not happy about it. Okay. Any moment now.
Am I like not close enough to the sensor? Or?
I think you're not close enough to the sensor.
Is there a sensor?
Boston Bar, right there. I think at one point in time, Boston Bar was erroneously identified as the birthplace of Bryan Adams, which it's not. But I think someone at some point said, Bryan Adams was born here.
Worked at a restaurant or something like that.
But no, Bryan Adams is not from North Bend or Boston Bar. There's our mileage. Coming up on some more fantastic metropolises like Lytton and Spence's Bridge, soon to come. In November of last year, the highway got wiped out when 100-year rainwater came down at a time that was very mild. So because it was as mild as it was, there was a big snowpack melt off at the same time as this rain. And what happened is all three roads that joined the lower mainland of British Columbia to the rest of Canada got shut down. We were part of it because we do flood work, but what happened was you couldn't get anything in or out. The Coquihalla shut down, which was Highway 5, the Crow's Nest Highway, Highway 3, and Old Number 1. Old Number 1 got wiped out. It's actually a Bailey Bridge right now. There is at a certain point, this chokes down to one lane and one single little Bailey Bridge on the Trans-Canada Highway. And you're about to see it. Aren't you lucky? But I'm about to make use of one of these. Isn't that majestic? First thing in the morning, majesty. So fragrant. So, see the little snow up on the mountains there still. So there's a guy that's sitting in that truck, and his job all day long is to turn this light from red to green and from green to red. Ooh, Wrangler. What are you making out in there?
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
Starting to head up Jackass Mountain now. Day has officially broken. You see my my driver. Now's a good moment. Actually, we can take a little bit of a tour of the interior of the Wrangler. We have our Wish.com interior light. We have our there it is. We have our Canadian Tire flip blade. We actually spent some money on that flashlight. There's a hand grip right there. And just in front of it is another hand grip. The first hand grip is, of course, if you've had surgery and you can't extend your arm, I suppose. You come around here. Oh, there's crack number 1 on the brand new windshield, crack number 2 on the brand new windshield. And come over to the passenger side, and of course here are your dual grips. This is your non-surgical grip, and this is your surgical grip. This is where all the magic happens here. Oh, we got a little wobble there.
Actually, he's doing when it let off the gas, not when I...
So let's get back onto the highway here. So this highway was completely wiped out in November. It used to run straight. It now definitely does not. So we have a little single lane Bailey Bridge here.
Where there was no bridge before.
Where there was no bridge. Because there's a canyon where before there was no canyon. So that's pretty messed up. But our next town, shit changed in July 2021 because we're coming into
the majestic metropolis of Lytton.
Decided to bless them with a world record temperature in Canada, the hottest temperature ever recorded in Canada, and I believe it's the hottest temperature ever recorded in the world above a certain latitude line. I can't remember what it was. So someone came along and said, hey, here's a world record, and then the next day they burnt the entire town to the ground. They gave them a day, celebrate your little win, and then they burnt the town to the ground. So the trees here, it almost looks like an apocalypse kind of thing. But sorry about the crack in the windshield, but
kind of close it off so you can't see how nasty it is.
So they've closed it off. Oh, somebody's in a rush. Get through Lytton. It's also the town, I think, that has, don't they have the record for the world's dirtiest girls floor hockey team? Yeah, the world's dirtiest floor hockey team, ladies, is also from Lytton. Trees are all burnt away.
Got the store up here. What was the store?
Yeah. Yeah. That used to be a grocery store coming up here, a little blue fencing. When Mom came down to the grand opening of that grocery store, which is now a pile. That's where the city's now taken all of the burnt cars. Because that part of the mountain got washed down. Oh. Now entering the metropolis and former hometown of Messrs. Williams. It was 1979, I believe. It was the fall of 1979. We took up residence in Spence's Bridge. So as you enter Spence's Bridge, and you go over a bridge that is not Spence's Bridge. Spence's Bridge isn't there anymore. There used to be a Shell station here, which is beside the cemetery. There's a lovely little old church. As we cross the Thompson River, majestic scene. That was Spence's Bridge, those two pilings off in the distance. There's a trailer park. The elementary school, little two-room elementary school, which is coming up right there. Not much going on there now. It's definitely not a school. Broken down car. The ice rink is now gone. this side of the road, there used to be a Gulf station and a Esso. Back to this side, there used to be a Texaco station.
Everybody remembers Texaco.
There's a Texaco. A little further along here is the old Circle J Cafe. That's where I met Glenn Hanlon. And this used to be the Pacific 66. That was our gas station. There's our house. And back over to this side was the Shell with the Sportsman Restaurant and Hotel. All are gone. So at one time Spence's Bridge had 7 gas stations, and now you can't get fuel in Spence's Bridge, which kind of sucks because we forgot to get fuel in Hope because we were so taken with the fact that Sylvester Stallone was trying to get out of Hope that we tried to do the same thing and we totally forgot to get gas.
Hey, we made it though.
Remember those Rambo knives? Everyone had Rambo knives.
Compass on the top?
Compass, little sewing kit inside.
Yep.
There's the Bonaparte River.
States.
Heading off towards Merritt. Now that highway really got effed up in the rain. They still haven't reopened it. I don't think they're going to. So there used to be tomatoes. I know that because we used to pick tomatoes there. Mexican couple that, because you got $2 a bucket. The Mexican couple was doing like $8 an hour, and we were not.
Yeah, like $1 an hour.
Yeah. Because we were no good at it, because we would spend more time chucking the tomatoes at each other. We thought we had an assembly line theory. It did not work. And on the right hand side of the road is where there used to be a cherry orchard. I didn't know that because we used to pick cherries there. We would eat more than we would pick, and we would wind up with the shits, and we would get paid in quarters. But the cherry trees are still there. There's your cherry orchard. Lovely, lovely. Butte, a land butte sticking out there. A little farm on the far end there. A couple of broken down Chevys. Fuel stop, pit stop. Right on, right on. Let's go check out the morning. Look at that, nice. Morning. On the run, Timmy Hose. What do you want, Bert? What do you want? The old hometown. Over there is Ashcroft Manor. So when we talk about the towns that we're going to get into later, there's some towns called like 70 Mile House and 100 Mile House, and they're all 70 miles or 100 miles away from that, which right now is a gas station repair shop, but that's the mile zero marker that all of them are run off of.
We do have birthday cake that came in yesterday. Oh, okay.
Look at that, pre-burnt on the edges. Go from a toque to a cowboy hat. What do you think? What is this? 30 bucks? 30 bucks. Toque it is. There we go. Oh, 4-pack of Toro Rosso. Cat unicorn. Sorry, you're kind of... There he is. Where are you going? We're going up to Masset, up on Haida Gwaii.
Okay.
Yeah. Big long run today. We're gonna do it all in one day.
Oh, I guess that's all right then. Where are you driving from?
Just down from the coast.
Oh yeah.
From Chilliwack, just a little bit east of Vancouver. We good?
Yeah, you betcha.
Right on, dude. Red Bull time. See, there's a house there. Oh, that mixed siding looks good.
It does.
Mixed aluminum. There's the old track there, which is just a
Dirt storage.
There it is. There was a really bad fire there a couple of years ago. It burnt the face off of Elephant Mountain, so everything's gone. It's starting to grow back a little bit now. It's called Elephant Mountain, as you'll see in a minute, because from certain angles it looks like a reclining elephant. Maybe we'll be able to see that.
Also the site of a certain meltdown of a certain person's motorcycle.
Yeah, and that was also where
Stuck wide open.
Neil Winslow, oh yeah, that was where my motorcycle got stuck wide open, my little Suzuki RM. Neil Winslow used to try to go whaling up there on his bike. Yeah, got a little rock in the throttle pin and the throttle got stuck wide open. That made for a long walk home. Then we had Pa Kiley fix it. Remember Pa Kiley? Come and do something about it. I think you can kind of see it from there now. You can sort of see the head of the elephant on the right hand side. There's rump down there on the left. It's the reclining elephant. You can see the scarring on the mountains here. They had the fire that went up. I actually see the side of a semi-truck. The side of that mountain's all burnt away. Little steam coming off the sawdust piles this morning. They look like they just got put there last night. Fresh snow up on the hills. We're well into the second week of May, and there's fresh snow on the hills. The face of a monkey on there, huh? Kind of see a little bit. Lovely town of Cache Creek. This is another town that the Coquihalla destroyed. Sage and Sands Trailer Park.
With the majestic feature at the end of the parking lot.
And the sewage treatment plant right at the end of the trailer park. There's another example of a town that used to have, well, that was a Gulf station, right? That was a Gulf.
Yep.
On the left here, that used to be a Mr. Mike's Steakhouse.
That was a Mohawk.
That was a Mohawk station, right? Yeah, Marge's Cafe. This used to be Husky. It still is Husky. Beside that was Petrocan, which we used to own, which is now Field. Beside that was Chevron, which is also gone. And the bank is still there. And the Oasis Hotel. And the Oasis has actually been rejuvenated now that cannabis is legal. Shell Station used to be there. It's gone. Esso Station used to be here. It's gone. What was that restaurant called?
The Voyager.
The Voyager restaurant. Jimmy's is still there. It's called the Grub Steak Food Market, but Jimmy's is still there. Here's Klondike Sam. Dairy Queen. You'll never get rid of the Dairy Queen here. See, Bonaparte Inn's up here. There's Hungry Herbie's Drive-In. They do have good burgers. They used to have a couple arcade machines there. I think at one point you used to have a high score on asteroids there, didn't you? There is the 1982 former asteroids high score champion.
For a day or two.
Champion. This was another town that used to have a handful of gas stations. Had a drive-in theater right up on the side of the hill up there. There was a drive-in theater. All gone now. All gone. Oh, but however, they did pop this thing up. 16 Mile was the location of the 1986 grad party where Sean Bowl was attacked by Nina Miniberia. It's a memorable moment for a lot of us.
Especially Sean Bowl.
grounds, the Clinton Rodeo Grounds. One of the rounder small lakes. There's the sun coming through. Nice. As we roll into Clinton, looks like it's time for cigar number 2. Perfect time for cigar number 2, in fact. Celebrating the day.
Celebrating.
There you go. There you go.
That way we can see Clinton in all its majesty.
There, now you can much better see Clinton. It actually is a bit of a town at least. Alright? Usually the other ones aren't even a town. You know it's a shit town if it's named something Mile House. Like, there's people that actually have a house and they just threw 91 Mile House, which is just like Jim and Sandra's house. The Junction, which is not anywhere near a junction. It's called the Junction, nowhere near a junction of any kind. Old Parkies.
That could be Old Parkies.
It could be, yeah. Actually, could be Old Parkies.
It's just bright.
Very bright. See the valley. There's the valley. Ooh, there's the cemetery. 115 mile. The Green Hills, 116 mile.
Very similar.
Very similar. I think actually this might be 115. And this would be 116 here. I think.
Borders are well marked.
As we enter the lovely town of Lahash,
Longest town in the Caribbean. Something like that.
affectionately known as the longest town in the Caribbean, which means the longest series of shackled up buildings in the interior. There's the tin shop, there's a closed up hotel.
But there probably is an open cannabis store somewhere.
Lots of abandoned buildings in here. Yeah, there's probably cannabis somewhere. Hungry Bear Diner, closed. Lake Motel, that's bringing them in. The Red Crow seems to be open. Nice.
Breakfast.
Closed up trailer. There's the thrift shop. Isn't that lovely? The Cozy Inn restaurant is closed.
The rangeland looks like it should be
Looks like
closed.
the villa looks like it should be closed too. There's people in there.
Mattress on the deck. They're giving this shit away.
Is there a mattress on the deck?
There's a mattress on the upper floor just leaning up against a door.
Oh, I mean that's a door lock. The wide angle can capture the cheesiness. There's a lot of cheese on the top there.
A lot of cheese.
We're 4 hours and 9 minutes in. Spent about 9 minutes sitting in. We spent whatever we spent sitting down at the bottom of Jackass. So we're about a quarter of the way through, and things are going well so far. No problems with the Wrangler, and I think so far it's gone okay. You?
I'll give it a solid A- at least to start.
A solid what?
A- to start.
An A-.
Yep.
I don't know why. There's 16 mile, 50 mile, 59 mile, 70 mile, and then it gets crazy to 150 mile, and then it just ends. It's like maybe somebody got fired over this lack of any kind of creativity or ambition or anything. And there's the ladies. Out for a morning bite. For what it's worth, this may be downtown 150 mile. It's 151 mile, dare I say it. I've said it, 151, I've just named a town. Editor's correction, this is 150 mile.
Well, it's not a-
Which means I've officially misnamed a field. It should have been named 148 mile, and I named it 151 mile. The name will live in infamy. The name will stick. However, it is inaccurate. But I don't care, I say. You got your shifting going there okay? This is Williams Lake. There's a turnoff. There's the town of Williams Lake. And the pulp mill of Williams Lake is out there somewhere.
smell is
There's
there somewhere too.
there's Williams driving through Williams Lake. That's a bit of irony for you there.
It is.
It's not his lake. Williams Lake is one of the towns that's famous for not having anyone from the town. It seems to be a town that people try to come to start over. And then they leave. And once things get going good, out they go. I think it's also one of the very few towns that our mom didn't make us live in growing up. There's a lot of towns along this stretch of road that we used to call home. Very short period of time. Not Williams Lake, which is
That's what repulsed her.
maybe she would think that she'd get a discount or something. Mind you, yeah, she wasn't a fan of old Williams himself, so that's probably why. Well, it's May in BC, so that means snow, second week of May.
And West Coast Amusements.
Oh, and the West Coast Amusement guy. There's a carny in front of us. Probably got 3 teeth. Mind you, he's probably not throwing back the caramel corn quite like we are. Oh no, nice little wide valley here. Oh, house up on the green hill. A couple of sea cans there, growing his weed in. We're coming into McNeese Lake. That down, it's got that guy on the side of the road that's got a couple of really big pillars for his house that sort of say, get the hell out. We're officially 5 hours into the journey, which would put us about a third of the way up. 15-hour run. So we're a third of the way through. Williams has yet to urinate. That Williams. This Williams is making a job of it, and is now actively looking for the next place that he can.
See how long I can actively prevent that.
Hopefully that's soon. Now, there's a point where it gets so bad that the pain just goes away. I don't know why.
You're supposed to hold it in and soak in the nutrients. Absorb the nutrients.
Apparently it's about absorbing nutrients. I don't know what nutrients there are in coffee and Red Bull, but in the rain it raineth.
That doesn't help either.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Almost see it through the rain. Oh, they got a farmer's market in McLeese. Another abandoned building. Oh, it's not. It's open. It just looks abandoned.
Fireworks.
There's McLeese. Right there, McLeese Lake.
Good. Rest area.
Turn off to horsefly and likely. So likely a bunch of horseflies. So.
Likely to regret turning off horsefly.
Oh, Williams is going to burst the dam. Oh, lovely little rest area.
Isn't this nice?
Yep.
Even nicer because
McLeese Lake. McLeese Lake rest area. Could probably make a coffee table book out of the rest areas of Highway 97. So scenic. Town of McLeese. Sign of McLeese. And Williams in the Wrangler. The now somewhat cleaned out Wrangler. Just got what? Oh, hey, the West Coast guy. That was because of me. If I didn't have to film, we would have gotten past the West Coast Amusements guy. Now we will get a chance to pass him yet again. The adventure continues.
you need to scout out that
Oh,
way.
I'll scout this way. You're good this way.
Probably could go.
What's going on with this guy? He's still good, but
Former West Coast, still good?
holy. Yeah, you're good.
Former West Coast Amusements employee, maybe.
Wow. West Coast Amusements guy.
As he is from now on going to be known.
We don't know what else to know him by. The urge to get past him and redeem myself. A little sun breaking through on the hills there. A little sip in the hills there. The green trees. Coniferous forests. Starting to get some leaves on the deciduous. No. Deciduous. This guy is all over the place. I'm not sure if he's watching porn on his phone or what.
The guy who works for West Coast Amusements has that kind of a plan that he can do that.
When we get up on the butte here a little bit, we can get past this butte. I don't know what is going on with this able.
He made decisions at one point in his life.
Yeah, and this is where he wound up. The ladies there having a seat out in the under a tree. Very nice.
Stay for it.
Sun Reynolds. Ah, the muddy. He's going for it. Let's have a look at this fella. Oh, he's got a. Oh, yeah. Genetics was unkind. Right down by the river. Another little abandoned little hut there for someone. Advertiser for the Billy Barker Hotel Casino. People out here drive backwards very fast. There he is.
The man, the legend.
Trampus Goodman.
Travis, my mother fucking hated me.
Who names their kid Trampus?
Put on a billboard.
Put it on a billboard. Mind you, no one's ever gonna find, like, we know him. And I can't name you another realtor from Saratoga all the way up here
Sherry Disney.
to Sherry Disney, yeah. Abandoned Maple Park shopping mall. An entire abandoned mall. I think there's an insurance company in the front of it, but
Over and across the street, ran about.
there's a Walmart that took them out pretty fast. Coming into Quesnel. There's a Canadian Tire. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. There's a KFC. This is actually West Quesnel.
It's that big.
That's so big. It's kind of like Kelowna. They just don't want to be associated, so they've called themselves West Quesnel. What's Quesnel famous for, you may ask?
Stinky Pulp Mills.
Stinky pulp mills. Exactly right. Quesnel has one of the more disgusting smells in the air constantly. Can't really tell through this video, but it reeks in Quesnel. It's best to just drive on through. And they have a penchant for 1970s strip motels. There's one right there. Everywhere you look, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a strip motel around here. There's another little strip motel. What's this one called? This is called Valhalla Estates. Ooh, look at those. Those are nice. Hey? You know you're in Valhalla.
Might as well stay at the Estates.
You're at Valhalla Estates. Dude spent more money on his pickup than his room. And it's not an expensive pickup. Quesnel, which is home to the world's largest turd in a plate carving. Some sort of a turd in a bowl. And this weird little turnoff. Oh, there's a nice little playground there. You bring your children to Quesnel. Nice little playground and a turd in a bowl across the road. Yep.
And a crazy person.
Uh-oh. This is not going to end well. What is going on? He's got it. He's almost got it. He's got half of it.
He's cranking over a sign at the same
There
time.
you go. You're going to turn that sign over, bro. You made it. That was messed up.
You don't see that every day.
Dude was messed up. A lot of Oldsmobiles in this town. There's the Helen Dixon Center.
Go back.
There is a statue to the World War II, the glorious dead. Those are the men of the Caribou who fell in the war. Tribute to the glorious dead.
I'll give him that.
That's a very smart basketball hoop design. A little chunk of plywood down at the bottom, so it'll kind of auto return half of your balls. Not all of your balls, just half of your balls.
Chances are
Or it
the
might
other-
deflect off of them and just go somewhere.
Chances are the other half aren't going to be even close.
Real old trestle bridge there, they've turned into a walking path. Or a leaning path. Drive-through liquor store, always popular. Oh,
incredibly clean at the Travel Lodge. Hab 97, slightly racist. Dixon's one of those places. Oh, what a lovely little river here. Look at that. It's flowing the wrong way, but it's okay. Dixon's the town that people move to live in a mobile when they can no longer afford to live in Prince George. So, 60 here. Bye. So, after the overgrown ball diamond,
That's the minimum age.
let's let the trailers begin. There's a little road with some trailers. There's a closed up restaurant. Oh, there's some mobiles up here. Double wides. There's the downtown, kind of a central area. Series of mobiles. Park units. Park models?
Could be park models.
Park models.
So now the gas is getting cheaper the farther we are away from all the
Other side
gas.
of the road there. Oh, I'm gonna miss some over on this side here again. More trailers. More trailers. Yes, this is the town. It is trailers. That's a double wide. That's all it is. There's the local gas. Oh, more trailers. Oh, there's an original actual house on a I don't know if it's on a foundation. It's on bricks or something. There's the old original cabins.
Actual house. And
There's a
cabin-
trailer.
trailers in the
There's a trailer with an actual house screwed to it. Yep. What do we got here? The mailbox, the post office, pub, closed. The cars. Oh, there's some more trailers. Thought we were kidding. It's a mother load of trailers. Okay, so we have a situation here. Serving size is 50 grams. There's 737.
Almost 15.
737, so there's almost 15 servings in here.
There's still 13 left.
I would say there's 3 left. So I would say we've had 12 servings, which would be 6 servings each.
Okay.
And a serving is 240 calories.
So what you're saying is we should probably stop here if we want to eat for the rest of the day.
Probably a good idea to stop here. We're now entering the mighty town of Prince George. Somewhat industrial area here, but when we see something exciting, if we see if we see an oversized metal statue of a guy that purports to be built out of logs, we'll tell you. This is also where we turn off of Highway 97 and turn onto the Yellowhead, which takes us out from Prince George to Prince Rupert. This marks pretty much the halfway point of the trip, and I am winning 5 pisses to 1 currently.
That's when you pissed your pants.
No, that doesn't include the semi-piss I took in my pants. So it's 5-1. We're gonna stop here, pick up some supplies, and then continue on west, I guess, instead of north. We're taking a 4-lane bridge and turning it into a 6-lane bridge, but right now it's pretty much just a 1-lane bridge.
Progress.
It's called progress. Yeah. Right. We're in the lovely town of Prince George, huh? And actually had a moment to sit and recalculate. I actually am up on Curtis 5-1, not 6-1, 5-1 on road urinations. No, 4-1. 4-1.
And 1-0.
And I'm up 1-0 on road doubles. He, however, has me on home doubles. Because he probably had the double of all doubles this morning. Thank God for Ronnie Mack. Wrangler's doing fine.
It's right there. See it? The geographic center of BC. Just past it. It's on the map. Proof's there. And there's a trailer park right there as well. How convenient.
So the geographic center of BC is a trailer park?
It contains a trailer park. Let's hope that that's not all it contains. It contains many advertisements for businesses along the side of the road.
Tasty
Close.
tandoori. Imagine what a tandoori restaurant in Vanderhoop.
Yeah.
Vanderhoop is one of the more white Dutch towns.
So we are officially pulling into Vanderhoop now, and it seems to be hailing, so it looks like somebody up above doesn't like this place either. Who knows, maybe there's nothing wrong with it. Only ever passed through. But apparently there's a tandoori restaurant here. It could be the best tandoori restaurant in the Western Hemisphere. We don't know. So
We'll not find out.
We'll not find out today. It looks like a very well manicured dirt road off to the side here, but we won't try that either. It could be a trick. So yeah, until we're on our next port of call.
Chicken races, that was back there.
All right, coming into the.
Curtis Williams operates a lighter.
This is called frustration in a handful. See that? I don't think that's supposed to be.
Looks like it should work.
Looks like it should work. It used to be red, got a lot of use. Yeah.
Oh, it's working.
Shit. It actually worked. Yeah. They're waiting for words of wisdom. There aren't any. Not for me. Advertise here for whatever.
What do you got going on out here? It's starting to get into some taller trees. No leaves on them yet. We're a little further south. There were leaves. These look like, what are those, birches or?
I don't know.
There's a birches there,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it. Where we made it to, you may be asking. Is it the steps at the base of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, the Palace of Angkor Wat? No.
No.
Is it the front fountains and walkway of the Taj Mahal? No.
Is it base camp at Everest?
Is it base camp at Everest? No. Is it the gates of Westminster Abbey to visit the Queen Mum herself? No. It is, in fact, the Real Canadian Wholesale Club. In Burns Lake, British Columbia, Canada.
The Yellowhead Highway. Snow-capped peak off in the distance. This wide valley.
An asshole in a woman tube.
An asshole with the toque. Rain to the south. There's a big damn mountain over there. So we're going to be about 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of Smithers now. But we are making good time. We're on the road now. A total of 10 hours. Holding up fine. 1,000 kilometers, 10 hours. So that includes a couple of stops. And I'm still up 1-0.
It's the one that counts.
I think he's thinking he's going to catch up though.
Yeah. I'll wait till we're trapped in the room above. Whatever room it is. This is Smithers. It is majesty. It is mountains. It is trees. It is Smithers.
There's wood signs and Toyota dealerships.
Yep. It is traffic. Traffic lights.
That's a Canadian Tire. And we're hopeful they still have their sale on.
not served us well when it comes to throwing garbage out, though. There's no garbage. No garbage can. No garbage can.
Simply a parking lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess technically it's one big garbage can.
He's gonna go for it. Oh, the Jeep blasts on through. Shit to be bought.
Yep.
And churches to be parked beside.
Mud to be flung.
This is one of the most disjointed parking lots, with some strange diagonal whatever with no markings really on the pavement. You just kind of
Park wherever you want.
park wherever you want, find a spot, and jam her home. Jesus.
I can't find a spot.
We are talking with the riding with the parking master, who will circle a parking lot and find the one that's absolutely closest to anything, instead of just going whatever. It worked out fine this time.
It worked out damn fine this time.
So look at that shit up there. Diagonal parking, straight parking. Everybody's all cockeyed and.
Welcome to Smithers.
Majesty.
The wide open spaces that are the coastal mountains, the foothills, and the Kia, Ford Escape, I guess, going the other way. Oh, it's the Highway of Tears. Girls don't hitchhike. Well,
Girls don't.
some do.
I call them girls.
It's kind of a weird little town because it's got this see all the rocks coming down in there. And there's a little bridge going across. The world's longest staircases. I think it's a house. Looks like it's a house, yeah. Some guy's weird house up there. It's got like a little lookup or a lookout or a rub and tug going on up top there. I don't know what that's all about. The sun's starting to break through. But so are the bugs. This windshield, which, as you've probably seen if you've stuck around this long through the footage, there's a big old golf ball sized mark in it. Well, now we've got Jimmy, Terry,
Ready?
there's Annette and Jeanette, the twin sisters. Now we're down on the Skeena River. I'm gonna wind the window down here and chance a little noise. Hopefully the camera doesn't flip out. It's probably a little tough to see, but there's a whole bunch of different greens there. And we just drove over the spot where last year when we came up, around about this time? No,
It was August.
August, yeah. So when we came up last August, there was a little chunk of road where they were working on it, or not working on it. And we were in the Beast, Kurt's Armada. And what was it, the
Left rear upper control arm. Bottomed out, snapped the upper control arm, and then went for a bit of a ride.
we snapped this control arm off, which meant every time we went slightly to the left and the suspension went down, it rubbed against the tire, pushed you back the other direction, right? There's something that doesn't get talked about near enough when you're driving in a Jeep. Something that goes unsaid, but it's time to bring it to the surface, and that's the Jeep Wave. Now, the Jeep Wave, you're going to be saying, what are you talking about, the Jeep Wave? Well,
does do the wave, and then you feel like a right ass. If we're really lucky, we'll be able to experience the interaction. It goes quick. Again, it's like this. Just like that. Just enough to say, hey, I see you, I respect you, really don't want to know you all that well. Right? Like if we stop somewhere and we were having dinner, we're not sitting together.
I'm actually quite happy and thrilled you're going the opposite direction than I am.
Yeah. Getting close to Thornhill and Terrace, which is the gateway to the Skeena River, and as it happens, the clouds are starting to break up. We're getting a little blue sky. There should be. If this holds, this will be perfect for the last hour drive. There's the Costalessa Motel. Yes, Costalessa. Is the Skeena River? Williams is getting his attitude on there.
Limping our way into town, licking our wounds, and praying that we don't run out of gas before we get to the gas station.
Praying we don't run out of gas. Well, we've passed like 4 gas stations.
Yeah,
So
well,
called that because there's terraces over there and over there.
is that why it's
Well,
called
they've
that,
got
or are you just
houses.
making shit up?
No, it used to be called Lively or something like that, and they changed the name because they didn't want it to get confused with some town in Ontario.
Oh.
That's right. Terrace used to be named different. I'll find out what it is. I probably should have found out before I even started talking about it, but they changed the name to Terrace because there's terraces of land all the way around. Very interesting, right? No. 7-Eleven time. All right. Time to get some fuel. Oh, these guys buy used cars. All right, I'll get the actual gas key out. Okay, as we roll through what's left of the town of Terrace, I wonder if that Canadian Tire has any guns on sale.
You don't need any guns on sale.
What?
There's guns on sale the last one, you didn't buy any.
Okay, so what do we have here? So we have a passenger's can of Fuggles and Warlock Destiny IPA, chocolate milk, a couple of McSweeney's, and some smokes. There's nice. Windows will be down. Final leg of the trek.
Yeah, about an hour and 20 minutes or so.
We're going to take a left and we're going to try and follow that sunshine and the river. See where it all ends up. There's the sun on the peaks over there. Oof.
100% cut.
Lovely evening. That was not a rock, that was a bug.
With that last thought, what was happening? Yeah.
Just fuck out wind.
Looking around pretty good up there, that's for sure.
Just finished cleaning this windshield. And that is nasty. Snow-capped peaks, green trees, the ocean, and an asshole
With a cigar.
having a cigar. It is Baloo and Weird Duke. Look at this. Oh, own private little riverside
With a
spot. There's a little
death thing
memorial
over
there.
for somebody.
Somebody didn't do well apparently here.
Somewhere along there, yes.
A little down by the water. Look, it's even flowing the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it running though because it's.
Oh, majestic. Doesn't sound very happy. Oh, there's Maddie. Oh, we're missing Maddie. And I think I'll run into the heads and
I'm sure these will smell fantastic. I'll be right back. That was really unfortunate. I think the score is now 7-2. And I think on doubles, I have him beat there as well. His Jeep, still doing fine. Exhaust is sounding good. I'll take a little wander down by the river. Got my front street. Here we are. Now, the ocean is that way. So riddle me this. Makes no sense. No sense. We say goodbye to one of the lesser fragrant.
Was it?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it is now.
It was not good. It's worse than inside this vehicle.
That's not good.
Is it 7-2 now?
You're good this way. I'm sure if I had 2 or 3.
We're back out.
And one beside the rest area we stopped at way back when
You took a piss beside the rest area?
it was probably more fragrant than inside.
Beauty of the bugs.
Yeah. Like that.
Ah.
Shipped it into 6 then.
Like getting closer now, you can feel it. And the Jeep's saying it's not real happy about things.
Yes, sir. Still up on the peaks there. What's left of Jimmy's brain?
We haven't had a Wrangler wave sighting yet, but the sun has broken out at the perfect time. It's just a beautiful drive right now. This is what you got to come up here for. Slow down a little bit, have some cigars, reconnect, see the sun. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Larry's getting ashy.
Yes. Yeah, time to get dinner.
This is where we kind of leave the river, right? So we missed just back there. There's a whole lot of just missing in this video. There's the turnoff to Port Edward, which is a fish cannery. It's still running. Apparently you can stay out there and it does tours and all of that. But we are focused this direction. We are focused on Rupert. watch the Amish jump back and forth from van to van, switching around while they're all wearing their three-piece suits and their hair in a bun. I'll see it if it's going down, it's getting captured on film.
Unless it gets missed, and 5 minutes after it happens, we film it and describe it instead.
Yeah. So if we miss it, then I'll just come back on and say what you just missed, and there you go. We're on the road for 14 hours and 37 minutes, and we've arrived
Lovely downtown Prince Rupert.
at downtown Prince Rupert. Now, it's 10 to 8. I'm going to be in the ferry lineup, but we also got to eat. We're not there yet. Now we're at the edge of North America, the main body of North America, but we're not done yet. We still have an 8-hour ferry ride on a
Shitbox.
inside cabin because Williams decided that it was worth $20 to hear everyone carrying on. Yep.
Yep.
And
Looks like the restaurant is closed.
okay. Well,
So,
there's a creek back there. Ooh,
That's rough.
a heap of shit. That's the Legion.
Food trucks.
Holy mackerel! What happened to Rose's here? And the one food truck looks open. Trish Ann, you good here? I think Rose has had a problem.
Yeah. And the Saratoga.
Next door certainly did have a problem. And the Belmont liquor store's not doing so well. Don't let that mislead you, though.
Pizza Hut. Good pizza. Just sit down there and eat it. Chinese food.
Okay.
Sure, it's good. What do you want?
Well, we can get some Chinese food to go. All right. Prince Rupert,
Cannabis.
on the edge of the Pacific Ocean, we're going to have the best seafood in the world, and we're going for Chinese food.
Chinese food.
Let's see how this turns out. West End, Canadian and Chinese. Let's go check it out. We're mobilizing. Oh, I gotta get my seatbelt off. Here we go. Well, they got bubble tea. Time to put out the cigar. No public washroom. Only for customer. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's kind of like a little cafe feel. Hello.
The front already here is for tomorrow, so not the front.
Let's see what we got here. Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Today.
So
We're gonna try to eat here?
I think so.
Okay. We have a hot pork sandwich. Almond chicken? How about almond chicken?
I'm a chicken. I need some sort of other rice or chow mein. I don't care which.
Almond chicken, some rice, and
Pork fried rice.
salt and pepper prawns. $26.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Okay. Pork fried rice.
Okay. Get some kind of a.
Decisions are getting heavy here. Do you have a ginger beef?
Ginger beef is hot pot beef.
Check that out. That's got mushroom. Some mushroom.
Potato.
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 Onion.
Spring onions.
Beef.
Beef. Sauce.
Throw that in there.
Smell the ginger.
Yeah, should be good. This is excellent. This is not potato. That's actually a big hunk of ginger. Pork fried rice. Check this guy out right there. It's going to
be an awesome piece of pork. That's Curtis, who does not have small hands.
They're large.
Yeah?
I don't know. I think you can make it out.
Yeah.
Be French fry gravy.
Just grab one of these guys. Overall, Williams approves of the West End restaurant. The Wrangler takes in sunset in Prince Rupert. There's the Spirit of the North over there somewhere off in the distance, about to take us across to our final destination. And there's Numbnuts. You got a house up there, you're doing all right. For Prince Rupert, I suppose. Here we go. Ooh, check that out. Big old boat out there. There's the port. Containers. There's Brother Williams going to be getting us a room. Look at this. It's okay, Kurt. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be asleep in no time. Field. Donated for the inaugural sailing. Lots of lovely brochures if you're going to stay somewhere. Up there is going to be the restaurant. This is the Victoria Shipyard Company. MS Northern Adventure. I'm just going to motor on down here. Okay. Ooh. Lovely carpet. Lovely wood trims. $539. We're going to be way down there.
It's just down there.
I don't know what he thought he meant just down there. $559. It's just down there on the back of the boat. Just down by the effluent pumps. $539. There we go. This little fella tour. No, don't.
I was gonna leave it out here.
One filming. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's all well lit. We've got lovely bunks. Upper,
Somewhat
couple
misshapen.
lower. There we have a phone. A little night light. Couple of ladders so we can get up there if we need to. A cupboard. Another cupboard there. Not much going on there. A little desk and a chair. A little wall heater. And now let's tour the bathroom. Oh. Shower. Ooh, look at these one-ply towels. Very nice. Yeah, we just dry off the toilet paper. All right, this will do. Okay. Well, let's see what time it is. It's 5:15. Oh, let's see. The ferry ran through the night. And now
sunrise on Haida Gwaii. Calm seas. We're on level 5 now. Go up to level 6. See what else is going on up there. Check out the sun deck. Morning. That looks all right. Well, we're finally on Haida Gwaii. Well, almost. We just got to get landed in there. We're gonna spin around, get this bad boy unloaded, take a little walk, take a walk around the Northern Adventure. I don't think we can walk around the Northern Adventure. We'll walk around that side. It's probably a little difficult to hear anything right now, but let's see who's outside. Pretty still morning. Ooh, a couple of big boys. Okay, back in we go. Right there. That was us. Everyone's getting ready to head out now. We need a Coke.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Need any famous Amos? Cheetos. Cheetos. The water of the gods this morning. Williams makes ready for his departure. Well, he's got proper water there, but that won't last long. Let's get everything put away. Let's see. Oh, bread flour for Mom. 10-pack of Red Bulls. Some COVID tests. You never know when you're going to need a COVID test.
Give it away.
We're giving them away. Okay. So the fella in front in that truck didn't make it back. So we're going to do the Austin Powers thing. We're going to get out of here ahead of schedule because of that. I think old Williams is on it.
I'm just going to drive this up, okay, Mike?
Thanks, dude.
Take a bit of this lane before that, lovely.
And away we go. Got a really cool museum over here. We'll probably go see sometime this trip. Morning, and there is nowhere to get a coffee on this island. By design, for whatever reason.
had to evolve and get bigger. So these full-size deer are smaller. It's like they got pushed in at the front and the back, and they've got like this thick body, but it's really short. But they're all along the sides of the road because they have no predators.
The black bear roaming the island, that's about it. They don't give a shit about deer, they'll go for the fish.
Yeah, there are black bear. Is it black bear?
Yeah.
There's black bear on the island, but they got rivers and they care about the fish. They don't care about the deer.
Side of the road, all places coming up.
Coming now into Port Clement. Port Clement is where the road will fork, and you can kind of go around the west side of the
Central West.
of the bay, or you can stay up the coast, which is where we're going to go. And as you drive along here, you'll notice if you slow right down, we have to. There's Paul's place. I think this is also Paul's place. Huh?
Apparently he doesn't even live there. He lives in town.
Well, he couldn't live there.
No.
Port Clement Island.
Masset Inlet.
Masset Inlet. How would you say the Jeep made out?
It made it.
Made it?
15 plus hours, probably the longest run that this thing's ever been on. Sure. Wasn't you owned it?
Looks like out of the freezer.
Yeah. I mean, for a few coughs and sputters, a lot of vehicles would not have made it through. So, all right.
We're gonna look into the coughs and sputters stuff. We're about 10 kilometers out, just past Pure Lake, starting to get phone reception again. So we can see the island on the GPS. Start to see, geez, we've got to see about a dozen deer by now on the side of the road. They really don't seem to take any notice.
Watching Gateway. Watching the river.
Handley. There's a sign, welcome to Masset. There's the natives. First Nations, they spell it with 2 T's. And for whatever reason, somehow in translation they dropped a T. I don't know, maybe it was easier to fit on highway signs or something. But we're now entering Masset. I'm not going to spoil the surprise by filming in Masset, because I think that's another thing all to itself. But just as we come in, you'll see the marina on the left, and it looks like the tide is out, and we're just coming up on mile 0, which means we have now driven 1,485 kilometers, and the timing was